Hello, it's Dina Rich, broker associate with Keller Williams Realty on South Padre Island. This video provides a brief introduction to the required forms that buyers need to sign before viewing properties in the state of Texas. In January of 2026, as a result of Texas Senate Bill 1968, new regulations went into effect that impact how Texas real estate agents work with buyers. The new regulations require a written agreement signed by an agent and a buyer prior to showing property. This in itself is not new. Buyer representation agreements have been in existence for years and became a requirement nationwide in August of 2024. What is new is that buyers in Texas now have two choices, two different forms offering two different levels of service. Those choices are the buyer representation agreement and the unrepresented customer showing form. Texas realized that there may be buyers who feel they aren't ready to commit to working with an agent that they've just met. The unrepresented customer showing form is a simple one-page written agreement. It's non-exclusive, valid for only 14 days, and can apply to just one property. Although it may sound like a quick and easy option, I think it's important to understand the limitations of the unrepresented customer showing form. What this form does is it authorizes me to open a door for you. That's pretty much it. Essentially, it turns me into a human key. The form emphasizes that I do not represent you. You're not my client. You're merely a customer for whom I am opening a door. What can I do? I can open the door and walk around the property with you. I can answer a few basic questions, things you probably already knew, information available online or on the MLS sheet that I give you during a property showing. You can ask, and I can answer questions such as, what's the price? How many bedrooms and bathrooms? What's the square footage? What year was it built? What are the HOA fees? What are the property taxes? And I can say very helpful and meaningful things such as, here's the living room. What I can't do is give advice, opinions, or recommendations, or answer any questions that are beyond the basic property facts. I won't be able to answer important questions, questions about rental potential, sales data, recommendations for other service providers, HOA rules and regulations, etc. Sometimes buyers ask agents to perform a property search to find additional properties that meet their criteria. Nope, can't do that either. All I can do, according to the unrepresented customer showing form, is open the door to properties that you've selected. I guess that's why they call it the showing form. Opening doors and repeating basic information. That's where my services are required to stop. And that's a shame. Because according to the 2025 Texas Home Buyer and Seller Report, there are many services that buyers want and expect from their agent, such as but these types of services can only be provided to clients who have signed a buyer representation agreement. So without a buyer representation agreement, I can't do what you would want and expect me to do for you. But what if you decide you want me to answer all of your questions? Then we'll need to sign a buyer representation agreement together. This will allow me to do all of the things that buyers say they want and expect, and more. What if you decide you're ready to make an offer on one of the properties we visited? At that point, we'll need to sign a buyer representation agreement. So it's your choice: the buyer representation agreement with full brokerage services, or the easy but limited unrepresented customer showing form.
So I can be a human key, a monkey that can do little more than unlock a door and repeat information that you probably already knew. Or I can be your advisor, your advocate, your helper, your guide. I can work for you, always putting your interests ahead of mine and anyone else's. I can be with you every step of the way, just as I've done for hundreds of other buyers in my real estate career. The next video in the series will provide an in-depth look at the services that can be provided to a represented buyer.